A lot of people have not paid off their debts because they don't believe they can. They just don't believe they can. And so they sit in debt, they wallow in it. It brings them shame. Or sometimes they just accept their lot. But we are not going to accept our lot, are we? We are going to pay off our debts. So if you are interested in paying off your debts, if you have been thinking about it, and you would like to know exactly how to pay off your debts, stay with me on this video because that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, The Bulletproof Life, where I share information, tips, life hacks, and knowledge to help you make the right decisions so that you can build the bulletproof life you desire. So if you are new to my channel, please subscribe by pressing the red button on your right. Don't forget to press the bell so you can get notifications every time I share a new video. My name is Ronke Odewumi and I'm delighted to have you here. Today we are going to be talking about how to pay off your debt. I'm going to be walking you through 12 steps to help you pay off your debt. As part of building a bulletproof life, it's important that you are not groaning under the weight of heavy debts. So paying off your debts is key to building a bulletproof life. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is to believe that you can. You need to believe inside of you that it's possible to pay off your debts. You need to step away from the idea that everybody has debts. We're just going to keep paying whatever we can until whenever, that's just the way life is. Or this is my portion. This is what I'm doing. This is what life has thrown at me. I have to accept it. No, you can pay off your debts. It's possible. You don't have to accrue more. You don't have to live under the weight of that debt and groaning under it and just believing that that's your portion, that's your lot. No, you have to believe that you can pay off your debt. 2, you have to work out how much you owe. So sit down and work out exactly how much debt you have and who you are owing it to. There's no point burying your head in the sand and just, ignoring the brown envelopes when they slide through your door, because you know that they're going to talk about your debt. So you just want to ignore them. You just want to forget about them and live your best life and just ignore how much you are owing. No, you need to know how much you owe. Sit down with a pen and paper, make a list. Left side, who am I owing? Right side, how much am I owing them? Once you know how much you are owing, the next thing you need to do is to speak to your lenders. This is one of the most difficult conversations you are going to have, but today you are going to put on your big girl pants, your big boy pants, and you are going to do it. You are going to call your lenders and have a conversation about your debt. For that conversation to be easy, you need to plan it, prepare for it, and take control of it. You plan it by knowing how much you owe and also by knowing what you want from your lender. Do you want them to reduce your interest rates? Do you want them to pause your loan? Do you want to agree a payment plan? Do you want to increase the amount of time you have to pay off your loan? If it's a 1-year loan, can they make it 24 months? Can they make it 36 months? You need to plan. Prepare to have this conversation. Find a quiet corner. Plan to be on the phone for a while. It might take you 30 minutes. It might take you 20 minutes with each lender. It might even take you an hour because you are in a queue. So plan for it. You don't have to call all your lenders, at the same time on the same day. That's a lot of emotional tax, But plan and prepare for that call. Now sit down, take control of it. You'll be surprised how receptive lenders are because they know that you're struggling and you're calling them. You're not hiding away. You're not just defaulting on your loan. You are calling to say, can we talk? Can we negotiate? I can't pay this right now. I can't pay this amount. I can't pay it in this amount of time. I need you to give me more time. I need to give me less interest. I need you to pause it for a month. Have that conversation with your lender. Agree something that works for you. Now, in addition to having a conversation with your lenders, you can also do something about your credit card payments. So with credit card payments, you can apply for a balance transfer card, which has 0 interest. So what you do is apply for a card that has 0 interest rate, and then you move your debt, which is on a credit card that has interest rates, onto a balance transfer card. What that gives you is more time to pay off your loan without accruing more interest. So the loan is not growing while you are paying it off because there's no interest on it. So if you are paying it off, it's actually reducing. So once you have moved your high interest credit card to a zero interest balance transfer card, the next thing you need to do with that credit card is to pay more than the minimum. A lot of people just simply pay the minimum on their credit card and expect to be able to pay it off. It's going to take you forever. A £15,000 credit card, if you are paying the minimum, will take you about 10 years to pay off. And you're going to be paying a lot more if it's not on a balance transfer card. And there's no 10-year balance transfer card. It's going to be a 2-year one or a 3-year one. So you're going to end up back on a high interest credit card if you are not paying more than the minimum. So what you need to do with your credit card, once you have moved the payment to a balance transfer card, is to pay more than the minimum. Which brings me to the next thing. Have a budget. You need to create a budget that will tell you how much you have as income, how much you need to spend. And that budget needs to be a bare bone budget. So it needs to be a budget of your needs. Your rent or your mortgage, food, clothing, utility bills, electricity, gas, water, transport. Important things only. It's time for you to scale down your budget to the barest minimum. And when you do that, it allows you to pay more than the minimum on your credit card. So let's do a quick recap of the first 6 steps you need to take to pay off your debt. First, you need to believe that you can. 2, you need to work out how much you owe. 3, you need to have a conversation with your lenders so you can negotiate a payment plan that works for you. 4, you need to move your credit card to a balance transfer card that allows you to pay it off without interest. 5, you need to pay more than the minimum on your credit card so that you can pay it off in a shorter space of time. And 6, you need to create a budget, and that budget needs to be a bare bone budget that includes just your needs, just the things that you absolutely have to have, so it frees up your money to pay off your debt. Now that we're down 6 steps, what is the 7th step? The 7th step is for you to stop the unnecessary spending. It ties in with the budget. You need to stop the eating out. You need to stop the extra cable or extra Netflix or subscriptions that you have. You need to stop the designer shopping, the monthly sale buying. You need to stop the I must go on a holiday no matter what habit. You need to stop the unnecessary spending, the extra coffee you like to buy, those extra little bits and pieces that tack on to your normal monthly budget. They need to stop. All the unnecessary spending needs to stop. You need to speak to yourself, you need to speak to your partner, you need to speak to your children if they are all part of the unnecessary spending, but it absolutely needs to stop. The next thing you need to do is to downsize. So if you are somebody who has spread yourself thin, you are living beyond your means, your house is massive, you are driving a new car, you have bills that you have created as a result of a larger size of living or standard of living, it's time for you to downsize. Move to a smaller house if you can. Sell your lovely big car and buy a smaller one. Downsize. Go for things that reduce your household bill so that you can pay off your debts. So downsizing is the next thing you need to do. That's number 8. Once you have done downsizing, another step you need to take now is to find a second income source, a side hustle, something you can do that can bring in more money in addition to whatever income you have now. So it's time for you to create that Fiverr account or that Upwork account. These are online platforms where you can register to sell your services. And trust me, you have something to sell. You'll be amazed what people are interested in buying as a service on Fiverr or Upwork. So create a side hustle, a second income stream, something that brings in additional money, which you can then throw at your debt. The number 10 thing you need to do to pay off your debt is sell all the things that you don't need. So you probably have unnecessary things that you've bought in your purchasing days. Those times when you bought without a budget, those things that contributed to the debt you now have. It's time to sell them. eBay, Facebook Marketplace. These are some of the places where you can sell the unnecessary things that you have. Put them up there, sell them, bring the money back in, and use them to pay off your debt. The money can also go into your budget to help you, fund your living so that you don't even go into debt as a result of your living, because that's also possible. If your income doesn't cover your needs, then you will go back into debt. But if you sell the unnecessary things that you have, then you won't go back to debt. Just to take you back a little bit, if currently your income doesn't cover your living expenses, then you absolutely need that second income. You absolutely need that second income stream. You need to get on Fiverr, you need to get on Upwork, you need to put your skills out there. You need to write a little bit of notes and put them out in the corner shop to say you can do this service. You need to look for that part-time job, that seasonal job, and increase your income so that your needs are covered as a minimum. So that you're not going into debt because you need to eat, or you need to buy a winter coat, or you need to pay your electricity and your gas. No, you shouldn't be going into debt for those things, because they are basic needs that need to be fulfilled and your income must cover them. So it's time for you to get a second income as a matter of urgency if presently your income doesn't cover them. The next thing you need to do to pay off your debt is to allocate found money. So in the year, a lot of us end up with found money. Found money is money that you didn't expect before. Somebody gives you a gift. The tax office sends you back a repayment or a refund. Somebody who was owing you, ages ago that you've given up on suddenly decides to repay you. Money that comes in that you were not expecting. Found money. This money needs to go to paying off your debt. This is not money that you turn to a celebratory thing. Oh, this money has come in. It's time for me to book a holiday. Oh, this money has come in. I'm going to party after party. This money has come in. I'm going shopping for a new wardrobe. No, not the time. No. Found money needs to go to your debt. It needs to go into the pot that's paying off your debt. That is a key step to paying off your debt. And then this brings me to the very last point on paying off your debt. Drop the expensive habits. A lot of us have expensive habits. There are small habits that we have which accumulate and cost us. Smoking is an expensive habit. That your love for wine, expensive wine, is an expensive habit. Even your love for sugar, for sweet things, you're always in the store, chocolates, always buying those things, piling them into the corner. And some of us have developed a love for expensive quality Belgian chocolate, all of that. Expensive habits that need to go. You need to drop those habits so that you don't go back into debt. And finally, do not take on more debts. No matter how lucrative it looks, no matter how tempting it looks, do not take on more debt. Do not apply for another credit card. Do not apply for that extra loan. Do not apply for any of those things that are going to put you in debt. Do not apply for a store card, no matter how friendly the sales rep is that's telling you that you really need a card. You're going to get 20% off your purchase today if you get that store card. Please don't do it. Do not take on more debts. And that brings us to the end of this video, where I have now shared 12 or 13 steps that you can take to help you come out of debt. I hope you found this video valuable. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're going to take these steps so that you can gradually come out of debt and build a bulletproof life. I'm looking forward to hearing about how you started the process, how you're paying off your debt, and building that bulletproof life. I'm rooting for you. I'm counting on you. And while you're paying off your debt, please bear in mind, being in debt is not something you need to be ashamed of. Please don't let shame overcome you. Don't bow your head and cower your head in the corner just because you have some debt to pay off. Please take care of your mental health as you are paying off your debt. And like I said before, I'm looking forward to hearing that you paid off your debt. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it with your friends. Drop me a comment to connect with me, to tell me how you're doing your journey of paying off your debt and building that bulletproof life. Let's have a chat in our community and help each other build successful lives. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe by pressing the red button on your right. And don't forget to press the bell so that you can get notifications every time I land a new video. Until my next video, you take care of yourself and keep living that bulletproof life. Bye.